Hiya. So I've been on a bit of a journey with paragliding over the last 20 years, and I think I've taken a pretty unconventional approach to where I am today, which is May 2024. I finally completed my hill certification. So I think a lot of people's first route into paragliding would be from hill, but actually my route was 6 years ago. Started with power, so obviously my channel has been about paramotor. So I did my power qualification in 2018 in Spain with Fly Spain, and then flew paramotors for a couple of years before, and then in 2021 I got in touch with the local tow paragliding club, and because I'd achieved pilot rating in power, I was able to do my transfer to towing and get my paragliding pilot rating, but only with a tow limitation. I wasn't able to fly from hill until I then completed my hill qualification. But my journey with paragliding off a hill starts in 2003. I did my first elementary pilot course at Crick Owl while I was in the military, and it was then several years, it was about 5 years later, that I tried my first club pilot training course, and the weather wasn't great, didn't get enough of the qualifications, and then it was about 5 years after that, and I think it would have been 2015 while I tried my last club pilot hill certification at Crick Owl. Again, weather got the better of me. There were 2-week blocks. If the weather wasn't good enough, you didn't get the qualification, but otherwise it was adventure training and it was still good fun, but my goal was to get the qualification, and I didn't achieve that. Back to today, May 2024. I got in touch with Jess at Fly Sussex a couple of weeks ago, described my experience, and she suggested I come down and basically demonstrate my competencies, sit an exam, and all being well, I'd be signed off as a hill club pilot and de facto pilot, because I've already got the pilot rating on 2 other types. So 3 weeks ago, went down to Fly Sussex, met Jess and the team, had a day on the hills there, and had an absolutely fantastic time in the South Downs. I've got a couple of clips of it, but because it was a training environment and a lot of people were new to the sport, it wasn't easy to film much, so here's a few clips.
Don't put the brakes on if you're trying to go faster, Dan. The hand on the C riser, will you put the brakes?
Finally, in 2024, 21 years after I did my first elementary pilot course, to get signed off for hill. So since then, I went to Wiltshire last weekend. I've joined the Thames Valley Paragliding and Paragliding Club and flew off Milkhill White Horse, one of the famous hills in Wiltshire adjacent to Marlborough. And here's a few clips of that.
I wish you'd known how far I'd go. I was lost in my mind, lost in my mind. I was lost in my mind. I wish you'd seen who I could have been. I was lost in my mind, lost in my mind. I was stuck in my mind.
So an ideal weekend now is going to be on a still day paramotoring, just as I did on Friday evening when I popped up to Winglands from Honington to South Lincolnshire to see how the wacky weekend was looking, as you can see here.
When you go, I'm a sunless sky. When you go.
You can do it.
When you go, I'm a sunless sky.
Anyway, there's the site. There's Winglands. Everyone's
I miss the way
busy.
we loved that day. When you were mine, still stuck in my mind. I miss
Those slightly windier occasions when the thermals are kicking up, head to some of the hills and fly some beats along the hills with other club members, try a few of the clubs around the South Downs and down towards the south coast and even the coast of Norfolk. And then on those really good thermal days, hopefully catch a good tow out of Norfolk's club and try and break some of my own personal cross-country records. Record currently sits at 15 kilometers. Woohoo! So cracking year ahead, really looking forward to it. See you soon.